There's a lot of challenges with running a small animation studio like Studio Zubio. The reality is we're a small team and we have limited resources. We have to bid and prioritize client work, and this has slowed us down a bit on Bunderkin and our Bunderkin goals, but that's not entirely a bad thing. It also allowed me enough time to kind of reevaluate where we are and where we need to go. Now let me give you a progress update on the project as a whole. Despite some of the schedule setbacks, we've made huge progress in a few key areas. As you know, this spring we held a very successful star search for the voice acting for the series. And I am here to tell you that we have cast Beedee, Kiki, Kathu, Vi, and Bobati Yoga for the pilot. We've recorded Beedee, Kiki, and Kathu, and the process for all of this was a little bit new to me, and it took a long time to settle on the right voice for each character. We had a lot of runner-ups and finalists. We were really thoughtful about the process, and I think you guys are going to be pleased when we do announce in a few weeks the voices that we're going with. So what we've also been doing is focusing on 3D-ifying a lot of Jon Snow's great concept designs for Bunder Hollow, the shops and streets and towns and alleyways and trash cans and lampposts. And that's where things took a really fun turn in the best way possible. I started experimenting with bringing our 3D world from Maya, which is kind of the industry standard 3D software for film and TV, into Unreal Engine 5, just to play with some shot and layout ideas. But the second I stepped into the world in real time, walking through the designs, I had like a moment. And I started to think, well, what if Bunderkin was a game? Does it lend itself to that? What would it look like? What genre? What kind of gameplay? I started to think, well, Beedee's not exactly welcome in town, and that's a part of our major story point. So it'd be like a stealth game, sneaking through alleys, hiding in barrels, escaping from the police, crawling under things, clinging to walls, doing a lot of kind of side quests. And I started to get really excited. I also wanted it to feel really story-rich, filled with quirky side quests, meaningful character interactions, comedic one-liners, and all kind of contained in one big city, Bunder Hollow. I revisited some of my favorite games as a kid. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask with its time loop structure is really captivating, and I don't feel like it's really been revisited in the last 30 years. And I also took inspiration from modern quirky stealth games like Untitled Goose Game and Little Kitty Big City. These are games where you're kind of being a mischievous little character who's causing mayhem at a small scale, but the stakes still feel really high, and it also feels rather quaint and cute. And that's kind of when the story started to click for me, when I started taking these elements or, including these ingredients and trying to figure out how to creatively solve them into a cohesive story. Now, why was I doing this? Well, I was doing this because that's where the creativity took me. So the big announcement for today is that we are taking a lot of the creative 3D assets that we've developed for Bunderkin the pilot, for our animated series, and pivoting them into an Unreal game development sprint. It's going to be a 5-month sprint. Our goal is that this spring, we're going to be putting into your hands a 5 to 10 minute playable demo of Bunderkin, The Curse of the Ocular Eclipse. We'll also be releasing a lot of awesome video content and behind the scenes work towards that goal. So yes, Bunderkin, yes, indie animation, yes, the Bunderkin pilot is still in development. We're still going to be creating 6 5-minute episodes for YouTube and then compiling those as a 30 to 32 minute pilot. Also, I should announce that we're going to be sharing more, development devlogs, concept art, gameplay, voice acting updates as well. And we're going to be having some featurettes with our voice actors and behind the scene development peaks. And also we're launching a new Discord where you'll be able to join us and talk. We'll be looking for playtesters to playtest the game as we're developing it. So you can sign up for being a playtester there in our Discord. It's been a wild ride. If you've been following us, thank you so much. Seriously. I've received so many messages and emails about like, hey, are you guys okay? What are you guys doing? What are you working on? Is Bunderkin okay? And the answer is yes, Bunderkin's awesome. It's been months filled with investor meetings, pitch meetings with potential streaming platforms, a lot of lawyer talk meetings regarding voice acting contracts, meeting our voice actors, me kind of getting comfortable with them, recording them. We're building all of this with so much love, and we're so grateful you're here for the ride. We love you guys. Let's keep going.